going on, people? This is the Enchiridion Team. I'm Mars. That's B Horse. Today we have the young brother Blue Capone.
Blue Capone. Hey, that's for the gangsters.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
RC. What you want to say? What you want us to call you, man?
CB, man.
CB.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because you was an NFL quarterback in like middle school, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I got where are you from, bro?
So I was born in Mississippi, right? So I was born in Mississippi. However, I had the chance of living in both Louisiana and Mississippi. My daddy, he was born in New Orleans. He grew up in the Slidell, St. Tammany area. And my mom, she's from Mississippi. So I literally grew up in both areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
From what I remember, you was a big Saints fan.
Still. Not well, still. Yeah. Let's get that out there.
Gotta represent.
Yeah, I don't know about the Saints, but you know the Washington football team gonna make a run.
Oh, Lord.
You mean the team with no name?
The team with no name. We in the playoffs. Baby.
Yeah, but we've been here before multiple times.
Yeah. We gonna be brand new and we about to show our ass.
Welcome. Glad you guys can make it.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Look, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What's your story, man? Like, and I want you to base it like on your fitness journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you start? You know what I mean? What motivated you to start? Or have you always been in it? Is it just a natural thing? What's up?
Yeah, no, so I guess natural a little bit, but I've always been in fitness, man. Even going back to high school, junior high, whether it was football, basketball. I fell in love with football ninth grade. Ninth grade, I fell in love with football, and literally I gave up basketball my JV year, 10th, and did only varsity football. As a junior, I was starting over a senior running back as a junior. You know what I mean? So that kind of boosted my ego, right?
Yeah.
Sequence of unfortunate events. So 11th grade year, literally the 4th game of the season against Gulfport, Mississippi. I'll never forget it, man. I get the ball and I get high low. So somebody holds me up high while I'm running the ball, and somebody hits me down low. My left knee, man. They tore my ACL, MCL, and PCL. So I had to have total knee reconstruction on my left knee. To give you a timestamp, I don't know if you remember, but Michael Vick, he had the play when he was running to the end zone. He got hit and he blew out his left knee. I had the exact same injury Michael Vick had at that time. The exact same thing happened to me. Yeah.
I wonder what that against the Redskins.
Couldn't have been. They couldn't have been against the Redskins.
I wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah. He would have been in the end zone well before somebody caught up to him. You know what I mean? No.
It was, but whatever.
Not at all.
We ain't get into that.
Yeah, we won't do that. Not right now, right?
So how long did it take you to recover from that?
A year. So I had surgery. That was around September, October of that year. I had surgery in November. I did physical therapy. Man, I was back training by the next summer, my senior year. Yeah. Right. So I do that, and again, 3rd game senior year, I blow my ACL right. Literally, back-to-back years, my junior and senior, just like that.
Well, that wasn't
I feel like that had to prepare you for not only because you were already competing, since a young kid, but the comeback. It had to prepare you for that comeback mentality, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, because you got to think, right? When you invest yourself in something and it's taken away, and then you think you come back and then again it's taken away again. Mentally, that puts you in a space. That puts you in a real dark, not dark space, but like a what do I do type of space. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're investing in something like that. And then for me, football being the ticket that I was going to take to go to college with, because I had 2 offers at that point. Still met with Rice University my senior year. They withdrew the scholarship they were going to give me. So I ended up attempting to walk on to a junior college, PRCC. I went, tried out after my senior year, after I rehabbed my ACL. I didn't get, or I wasn't going to get a scholarship. I could have walked on with no scholarship initially. And then Delta State University, it was my ticket. Okay, I went, tried out, and literally walked on to Delta State University. I was actually on the football team there. Obviously, the freshman get red-shirted, so not a lot of playing time, but a lot of practice time. But I still had the chance to do what I wanted to do, right? So I came back twice, and then keep pushing. Okay, now I have my chance to do it. So I played college ball for 2 years at Delta State University.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah. And then talking about choices, right? So in college, I had the chance to play football, but I didn't take full advantage of it, right? So as a freshman, as a sophomore in college, that's kind of how we can segment to the whole fraternity stuff, right? Now, I really wanted to be a part of the crowd more than I wanted to actually play football, so to speak, you know what I mean? Even though football was the reason I was there anyway, you know? So a couple bad choices in college. I ended up losing my scholarship going into my junior year. Third year, I was still classified as a sophomore. My third year in college, just because my grades were bad. So taking away, giving opportunity, I messed it up again, right? And I don't think it was just football for me. It was always I always loved to train. Like, I always loved to train. Like, I love competing against people, whether it be guys twice my size, and I'm lifting weight that I probably shouldn't be able to, but just that environment of competing. I don't know. That's where I fell in love with, truly. But yet again, taken away, right? Because of some bad choices. Yes, I did join a fraternity, right? I can take that. Phi Beta Sigma. Go Mob. But I got that, and then I actually had to go to junior college, man. So after I lost those scholarships, I had to go back to JUCO. So this is year 3 of college, and at that point, that's when I joined the Marine Corps, right? But as far as the fitness piece, kicking back in after college, for me, it was my deployment to Afghanistan in 2011. Willie DeGraw, he and I linked up during deployment, and I mean, we trained. We did the thing on that deployment. They had a 1,000-pound club. I ended up lifting the most for the Marines on the base that time.
Wow.
I didn't win it, right? I lifted the most for the Marines, but the guy who won it was an Air Force cat. And I kid you not, he benched more than he squatted. How does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Really, to be honest, he had it in him to do more.
He did. For real, wow. He did. But I ended up lifting the most for the Marines there. We get back, and I never really paid attention to the food piece, right? It was always just a lifting, and getting strong and lifting. 2017, so when I left North Carolina, and I finally came to South Carolina, I don't know what clicked, but something clicked for me just on my own personal fitness stuff. And I really wanted to take it on. So much so that I created an LLC. Dynamic Physiques, that's my LLC, man. I own that. That is my fitness brand. Obviously still early on right now, but I have that found, and that's me, right? So I did that. I actually got with a First Form. It's a supplement company, and they have this program where you can, essentially third-party marketing type program or whatever, buyouts and payoffs. So nothing for me. It's really for them. But at the same time, me promoting their supplement gets my name out there too. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the angle that I'm using with that. And then once I started doing that, I linked up with two guys, Josh Bynum and a guy named Kat, and they were competing here. So when I first got here, I always wanted to compete. I just didn't know how to get into it. You know what I mean? So I linked up with those guys, and they essentially tell me the admin side of it. Like, what do you have to do to register? What are the requirements? What are the weight limits? What are, classes, divisions, stuff like that. So finally, I said, you know what? Forget it. Let's try it. So my first show was on my own. No trainer, no nothing. Yeah. Just, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
You showed up. I'm here.
Yeah, literally. I'm talking about I had no formal posing. I didn't know what to do, anything. As far as the diet piece, I learned that on my own. I even started, I was so invested, I even took a NASM personal trainer course just so I could learn what I needed to know to compete. You know what I mean? So now, and then I'm also learning what I need to know to be competitive on stage. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was twofold wins for me, because I want to ultimate end goal. Dynamic Physiques will be a franchise company one day.
Yes.
Right. We'll get to that piece in a minute. But so I started the personal training port, and I learned food wise. I learned stuff about food. Honestly, man, I don't think I've ever truly paid that much attention to. Yeah. Like, as far as not just quality of food, but quantity as well, right? Like, I never grasped the concept that you need to actually eat more to lose weight. Never understood that, right? And if you think about it, that doesn't make any sense. But if you know the science behind it, it actually does, right? And then the same thing as far as eating more to gain weight, well, then it's more about what you're eating, right? So if your body eats certain foods and processes them slower or faster, well, then more of a slower processing food, you're going to maintain more weight, more fat cells, right? The type of food determines how hard those fat cells are to burn them off when you prep for a show. So just understanding, like, the science behind all of it, man, it was a game changer for me. So 2018, April 14th of 2018, Palmetto Classic, that was my first show. I did men's physique. So it's different divisions, right? I'm doing classic physique now, but men's physique, that's the division where they're up in board shorts, and it's more of the aesthetic, attainable look, and I tried it, and I went novice. I took first in novice, and I came second in open, right? So the novice.
This is no personal trainer. No. All your imagination. This is what. Hey, look, I'm gonna learn this, and this is how I'm gonna do it.
I showed up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally, I showed up. So Palmetto Classic novice. So the novice class, that's literally exactly that. So beginners, your first show, you've never done it before. Now, when they say open, that's everybody. Your advanced guys, like all your elite bodybuilders or who've been doing it for a while, well experienced, they'll go open. So I did both, because in my mind, well, if I do novice and open, I'm getting more stage time. So they'll see me out there for novice, and I come back out for my open class. Oh, wait, that guy was just out there. He looked, you know what I mean? So just at that point, trying to win over the judges, right? Understanding that. So I took first in novice, and I took second in open, first show. And then after my next show was the Excalibur. That was that following August. The last 4 weeks, I linked up with a trainer, and he hooked me up as far as the meal prep piece, right? So those are my first 2 shows that I did, and then I go. So going to an off season, end of 18, going into 19, I go into off season. I linked up with a trainer who really tightened me up on the food and stuff like that. And then for me, that was more of a posing coach. But he also helped me out with my diet as well. So I do that. My next show I did was the beach body in Myrtle Beach. I take overall. So my third show, I win the overall class for classic physique.
Yeah.
And at that point, I am nationally qualified. So literally, I don't have to do another show to do a national show.
Okay.
So I messed up, right? So literally, I messed up, and that was beach body. I did Excalibur again in August. And literally, this was this following, nope, not this past one, the one prior. But I actually dislocated my shoulder on stage.
Dang.
I made on stage. Literally on stage. I was posing during my individual posing routine. And I dislocated my shoulder on stage. Didn't know it was dislocated until the next day. I ended up having surgery on it. That was August, September. I had surgery in October. And then I started physical therapy up this past January.
Okay.
So I started physical therapy up, and I was speeding through a lot faster than expected as far as recovery, strength-wise. And I was right back training normal training in April. So I started another prep. And this past August, I did the Carolina Championships, and I took my class again, first place.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you dislocated your shoulder, did they take away? Does that mean that you can't go to any national shows after that?
For that qualifying year, which
Yeah.
I didn't place number one, which I would have been. I was, because literally at pre-judging. So to give you a quick idea, right? So you go to a bodybuilding show, different categories, different divisions, men and women. So for men, you have men's physique. Those are the guys in board shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Classic physique. Those are the guys that are in the briefs. And then bodybuilding, those are the guys that are in pretty much a thong, like those. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle. I'm doing classic physique. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't at the thong level yet. I ain't at the thong level yet.
No, man.
Hey, look, but that's next.
That's next.
That's next.
No, it is not next. It is not next. Not for
He
me,
said
man.
Because
actual, like the bodybuilders, the guys that wear thongs, so just put it in perspective, right? So right now I am 208. I'm 208 pounds. And I'm starting to lean out because I'm actually back in a prep for a show coming up in April again.
Okay.
But those guys, when I say they lean down for a show, bodybuilders, they lean down to 285 pounds.
Leaning down, and you 208 right now, starting
Correct. So put that in perspective, right? So they're walking around at 350, at 360, 350, 340, walking around.
Yeah,
They cut down lean, nothing but skin and muscle at 290, 285. That's a big man. That's a big number.
It's huge.
Yeah, my frame isn't built for that. Okay. You know what I mean? So I'm doing classic physique. So when you go to a show, you have pre-judging and then finals. Pre-judging happens in the morning, or however the show is shaped. Most of the ones I've been to, pre-judging goes at about 1000 in the morning, and then finals will go at like 16 or 1700 in the afternoon. That's the one that most people come to, finals. That's where everybody does all the cool stuff or whatever. Okay. Pre-judging, I was center stage the entire time. So when you look at bodybuilding, you look at the final guys on the show, the guy in dead center, he's your first place winner. So it'll go the first place winner, your second, third, fourth, and fifth. So whoever's in center stage, that's the main guy. So at pre-judging, they pretty much line you up from top to bottom on stage.
You already won in pre-judging.
Correct. Like you pretty much have the points needed. As long as you come in sharp and still tight in finals, they won't change the grading too much from pre-judging to finals. And I was center stage the entire time at pre-judging.
Man.
Come back for finals during my individual routine, my individual posing routine, I literally pop my shoulder out. So there's a pose that Arnold does where he's doing a double bicep twisting at the, he's down on the leg. So you get a full body view. You get a hamstring shot, you get a side back shot, and you get a double bicep shot, all while he's turning. And it, I mean, the look is like, he look like I don't know how he did it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arnold made it look good.
You try to copy off of him and end up popping your shoulder.
And popped it out, pop it straight out. Look, I'm like, I want to keep it together when he do that.
Yeah.
For real.
No, that remind me of those, you know, those movies like a roll bounce where he trying to move all
Right,
movie.
right.
He's like, damn, I can't get this move. It's his competition day. He was like, I'm doing the move.
I'm doing
He's
both.
like,
And that's good because the thing was I never practiced that specific pose. I had an individual pose I should have done, one that I've practiced before, but I just on stage, just in the moment.
Yeah,
Hit the pause.
Yeah.
Somebody hit the pause.
You feeling it. And you spin a stage. You spin it. You
he
like
already won.
in the
He already
bag.
won with that.
You like in the bag. Here we go. Yeah.
Okay. Have you attempted the Arnold pose since then?
To be honest,
Okay.
I have.
Okay.
I have. And I understand what I did wrong too, right? So I did. But I had, after the surgery and everything, it was found out that I had some labrum tears that were from way back when that just over time got worse. And I was literally in the right position at the right time with enough torque on my shoulder to pop it out. So it all added up, you know? But I've tried it.
And that was that right there, that was your disclaimer to say it wasn't just a pose.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's like, that's the sacred pose right there. You know, your body start glowing. When you do that.
Exactly, man. For real.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm about to get. I told you when we was on the phone last month, I'm gonna get back into lifting, man. I'm telling you, and then I can take pictures. You told me I could take pictures if I'm in the gym for more than. You never gave me a timeline, but.
I said I will let you know when, right? So once you start, you let me know, and I'll give you the clock. And I'll let you know when. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I gotta start first.
You gotta start first.
I just want to be in there on Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? Let people know, hey, I'm about to do my fifth step.
We don't do that.
It don't stop there. See, people want to take the picture, but they don't want to put in the work.
That's the segue.
That is true, man.
They want to take the picture and want to put in the work. Go ahead.
And the thing is too, right? Like for me personally, one thing that I've learned, because I mean, you would think, right? So after having knee injuries, coming back another knee injury, going off, competing, shoulder injury, right? But yet and still, my love for fitness stays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I've kind of drew from all of that for me personally are the intangibles you get from training, right? So let's say the goal is, hey, I want to look this way, and we set a date. Hey, by June 1st, from today, June 1st, I want to look this way. Got it. Okay, what do I have to do? Got it. So for me, right, helping somebody out get to the June 1st, the June 1st is for you, right? Like once June 1st hit and you look the way you want to look, that day, that's for you. The thing that really excites me the most is March 13th. You don't feel like doing it today. You know what I mean? Like we've been January, February, 9th, March, and it's like, holy smokes, I'm not seeing the results as fast as I want. Okay, boom, that's where I come in. Okay, well, look, we got a goal to meet. We know what we're doing. Let's put in the work now, right? Like, that excites me because the real change happens on March 13th.
Now, let me ask you a question.
You know what I mean?
How important is consistency to living this fitness lifestyle?
It is your foundation.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it is the foundation, because the thing is, to get to June 1st, I have to go through the month of January. I have to go through the month of February. There are going to be things that are going to happen naturally that are out of your control. Naturally. Yeah. But the one thing I can control is if I have the time to put towards my goal, I'm going to invest that time. Right. So being consistent on days you don't want to, that's when you get the most out of it. Because at that point, you're pushing through the threshold. Yeah. Let's say the threshold is 2 months. I can go 2 months in the gym, eat well, and be fine. But after 2 months, I'm done with it. Well, if you make it to 3, we just broke new ground. If you make it to 4, oh, you're a better person. If you make it to 5, you know what I mean? Like, no, this is a completely different person by month 5. Because it used to be 2 months in and I'm done, right? But if you get to month 4 or 5 and now we get to June 1st, you are a changed person. So, but if I'm not consistent and I go back to my comfort zone, 2 months in, I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. I can't do this. So the consistency is the foundation. The discipline, that's the driver. Yeah. Right? That's the driver, right? The consistency is getting up to do it. The discipline, day in and day out, that's me doing it, even on March 13th and 15th and 16th when I don't want to. Because at the end of it all, I know I have a goal to meet, right? And for me, that is the thing that excites me or really drives me the most. Like, because that, if you take that principle, you can apply that to anything in life. Literally anything in life. If by June 1st, if I have a financial goal, will I make the plan on January 1st? Will I have to be consistent and have discipline financially to make my June 1st goal? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if I want a promotion on a job by June 1st, okay, well, how can I get there? I need to be better. I need to show up 30 minutes early. Well, let's start that January 1 and be consistent and have the discipline. By June 1st, I'm getting promoted. You know what I mean? So like that principle can apply to literally anything. And for me, those intangibles, like that's what excites me, because at that point, you've changed.
I think that's one of the things that I admire most about people that's in the fitness industry, you know what I'm saying, or that's in sports, is that, you know, it's literally the physical representation of greatness, right? It's like, you know, all you see is the outside, but you don't see the months and the preparation that went into, you know, to giving you this image in the first place. And as you just said, it applies to everything. You know what I'm saying? You want better finances. Correct. You want to, you know, improving your job, improving your knowledge. It ain't the personality that you see when I'm in the grocery store. It's the character when nobody sees me. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's being in the gym when nobody else is there. And that's the truth for the matter. Man, come on, man. You get me hyped up in here.
Hey, look.
I'm about to get to the gym right now.
I'm glad I ain't canceled that Planet Fitness membership. Because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, right? I'm about to do some push-ups right now. You know what? You know how I was gonna start this like this. All right, now that you hear everybody do 10 push-ups, so we can get started.
Before we get started,
I mean, we can.
But just wait. We're gonna turn the cameras off. We just gonna turn the cameras off. Everybody stop video.
I'm gonna count.
Nah, man. Hey, look, you know, it's so many cutaways that's gonna be used on just by you ranting. Like you said some key things, man. Like that the whole consistency piece, man. Like, that's what people struggle with. For me, it's the third day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the third day of doing something, man. I know that like people could laugh at me and all they want, like, but I'm being serious. It's the third day of doing something like this. All right, if I could just make it past this third day, I can do this. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. That's what I did when I was running. Like just a couple months ago, I was doing my running thing, right? And I still do run from time to time, but not as heavy as I was. Like just a couple months ago, I was doing my running thing, and I'm like this. Hey, if I just make it past this third day, and I used to take it week by week, and that's what I used to tell myself.
Yeah.
Make it to win. Just make it to Wednesday, and I know I'm good.
Wednesday,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Make it to Wednesday, and I know I'm good.
Yeah.
And then I'll rest on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm like this. Hey, just make it to Wednesday, and I know I'm good.
Right.
And, you know, and that used to work out. You know, that's what used to work out perfectly for me. And I told myself I'm gonna start the same thing with the gym and do that.
Yeah.
Or do that for the gym, like actually picking up the weight. You know what I mean? But I haven't made it to the gym yet.
Not today.
Hey, look.
Listen. Hey, listen. Goes without work or just dreams. I don't know if you ever heard that before.
Man, look, come on, man. That's the motto, man.
That's the
motto.
Hey, I love that, man. Hey, look, is that you? Is that somebody? Did you get that from somebody? Where's that from?
No, that's me. That's Dynamic Physique. Don't use that. I'm gonna sue you.
No, hey, look. I'm thinking about them naming this episode yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name this chapter of the Enchiridion Team podcast. I think that's what I'm gonna name it because that is lovely, man. Like when I first read that, you know what I mean? I think it was on your Instagram post or something. I was like that.
Yeah.
It's like
he's so true.
What did he read to get that? You know, what book
Like that shit hit. That hit deep.
But that's real, man. Like, and Dynamic Physiques, I know it's gonna take off.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna take off. I'm just glad to see that you already got the LLC and you just been, you know what I mean, you just being patient. I know that's gonna take off, right? I don't even think you gotta even worry about it. Like,
absolutely, keep grinding, man.
So like, are you gonna like do you have goals of opening up your own gym? You know what I'm saying? Or you plan on having a staff under you? How you
absolutely. So I you know,
ain't got to pay too much juice,
family, man.
Huh?
I was about to say this is family, man. I can give it the end goal, right? So literally the end goal for me. So I can go to a gym. I can go to a Planet Fitness. You know, if I want a certain environment, I can go to a more of a old school style gym if I want a certain environment, like a bodybuilding, you know, that type of environment. Or I can go to and I'm not saying anything wrong with those type of gyms. I can go to an anytime fitness if I want to just, you know, stay in shape before I'm an older person or just want to just come and do something. So there's gyms for everybody.
Yeah.
To include CrossFit, right? There's CrossFit gyms. Dynamic Physique. It doesn't matter what the end goal is. It doesn't matter what your fitness goal is, period. It doesn't. If you are the retired service member that still wants to get up in the morning and run to the gym and do a couple circuit training things and then leave, or if you are the retired teacher, you've been teaching for 40 years, you still want to just stay in shape, or if you are the group type that likes to train in groups, so you got the moms and whatever the case might be, yoga, you guys want to do Zumba, or if you are the bodybuilding type, or if you like the CrossFit game style training, it does not matter. Dynamic Physique encompasses all of that. Yeah. Because at the base of all of that, truly, goals without hard work are just dreams. That's applicable to anybody. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you can come to one place and get all of that, why not make it? And then also, for me, I'm big on the nutrition piece. Yeah. I meal prep every Sunday. And the funny thing is, literally, I gave someone a meal prep plan about 4 days ago, and literally skimmed through, and they were like, "How in the world am I supposed to? How do you eat this and eat these different types of foods?" I said, well, me personally, I take about 4 hours every Sunday, 4 to 5 hours every Sunday, and I literally meal prep. Like, that is a part of my weekly routine. Yeah. So I meal prep for the entire week. So now I'm not thinking about what I'm eating because I have that goal. I made the plan. I'm putting in the work. So now I'm going to follow through with it. You know what I mean? That is a fact.
You're talking about like your 6-7 meals.
Yeah.
You talking about you doing all that on Sunday.
Yes. My freezer full right now, man.
That's
literally. Listen, you know, when you mention stuff like that, it's hard for people to plan what they're gonna do for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is,
Right.
I think that what you're really highlighting is what it takes to accomplish goals. It's planning.
Correct.
Mm.
Correct. That's one of those intangibles. Again, that you can apply to anything, man. You know what I mean? So if I have the plan, we're going to plan it out, put in the work, so now we can finish off with the rest of what we need to do to get to June 1st. You know what I mean? But again, I have to make it past day 3, right? I got to make it past March 13th. I have to make it past April to get to that point. So also with Dynamic Physique, the nutrition piece, I want you to come, just like, I don't know if you guys know, but Clean Eats, right? Clean Eats is you can go and buy a fitness bowl for like pretty much $10 a bowl. And literally, Clean Eats is an awesome company. I use my stuff with them. But the food, right? I can take the price I would pay for 3 bowls, pretty much close to $30. I can make 3 days worth of food off of $30, right?
Yeah.
So again, tapping into the meal prep business as well, you can come to Dynamic Physique to get everything you need for your training, and also go next door and get your meal preps done for the week.
You can live there. And he got beds upstairs too.
I need you to stop. You're giving away too much. You're giving away too much at that point. I appreciate it. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, right? Make sure that's already on your vision board. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this, like 5 years from now, right? 5 years from now, you winding down in your time in the Marine Corps. What you see for that takeoff, for the Dynamics Physique?
5 years from now, my apparel is online.
Mm-hmm.
My online personal training has been taken. In 5 years, I would be officially doing that for the last 3 years. So within the next 2, I'm gonna get that going. So my personal training is done. I'm already starting to do show prep for people, and I'm already starting to do individual shaped like fitness plans for older people. Doesn't matter, like postpartum women, like it doesn't matter what it is. I'm already doing that. In 5 years, I'm there. That final 5, let's solidify this $500,000 business contract.
Come on now.
Get this ready. So literally, when I'm done and I'm retired, I'm building. Not my last year in the Marine Corps. I am building my first building. That is a fact.
Yeah, I love it.
That's a fact.
And I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I know it's gonna happen.
I think so too.
I know it's gonna happen, bro. And I can't wait for it to happen, because that's when I'm gonna tell you, all right, I'm in the gym now.
Five years from now.
That's what I'm saying. And you told me to call you when I get in the gym. I'm here. Nah, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. And you know what? I think when we put this out, I'm gonna put a before and after photo of me. And I think it was only like 3, maybe 4 months that I was going to the gym with you. You know what I'm saying? Like. I'm gonna put a before and after photo of me. I didn't notice, because a lot of times you don't notice while you're doing it. I didn't notice. I promise you, I didn't notice until this year. Matter of fact, when I talked to you, I was like this. I'm looking at the old photos. I'm like this. What is going on? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was. You know what I mean? And all he said was, because I know what I'm doing.
Come on, dog. What you think I'm playing?
Hey, you think this is a joke? I know. And like I said, I ain't noticed it while I was going in, man. And I know he'll tell you, there's a lot of times I was discouraged, and I'm like this. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do that. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, and I got 4 or 5 on the squat before. After saying, I don't think I can do that.
Right.
I don't think you know what I mean? I don't think I can do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's like,
too. Right.
Yeah, for reps. And I don't think I can do that. But yeah, seriously, man, it's all in your minds, all in your mindset, man. Like, so where can people reach you, man? What's your handle? Twitter, Facebook?
So on Instagram, I am at Dynamic Physiques on Instagram, and then Facebook at Blue Capone on Facebook. I don't have a Twitter, man. I don't have a Twitter, so it's primarily on Instagram and Facebook for me.
I mean, it's cool because, but I do know. I mean, I listen to a lot of Gary V.
Yeah.
And I do know that Gary V advice to the public, because he give free game all the time. Gary V advice to the public is try to push it on everything. You know what I mean? And I know you doing your thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but try to push it on everything. I don't care if you got to get it down.
Straight up.
I don't care if you got to get a Pinterest of how to do a proper squat. You know what I mean?
But I do have a Pinterest, man. I do have a Pinterest.
I do got a Pinterest.
You making videos, or not even videos, you making posters or flyers on how to do a proper squat. That's reach. Right. That's reach. People reaching to you, man. Like,
So,
you can have a whole you can have a whole fitness book in poses for real. Like, come on, dog.
And then look on page 95 of that book, you're gonna say, but don't do this pose, and it's gonna be that honor pose. Don't do this.
True, man.
Hey, look, you know, I think that, you know, I definitely appreciate CB coming here and talking with us, man, because so many people need to know, like, you know, this is a brother a king who has overcome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see more than just all you see is the end result when you go to dynamic fitness. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see, like, coming off of, you know, multiple injuries and coming back to still be number one over and over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people, you know, they run into difficulties in their life, and that's when it's done. You know what I'm saying? They like maybe, you know, they might not have, you know, even go back to the gym again, and you continue to, like, not only am I going back to the gym, but I'm opening up a gym, and it's definitely something that is admirable, man. For real. Thank you for coming on here, for real.
Absolutely, I appreciate y'all, man. This is good. I love what you guys have. I do, man, and I appreciate. Hats off, salute, man, to both of y'all, for real.
No doubt.
We just trying to, you know, just exposure, and get people to talk their stories. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people are going through the same thing. They're going through the same thing, and they meeting the same wall. You know what I'm saying? But they're not speaking on it.
Correct.
They're not speaking on it, and I feel like it needs to be spoken on, and we feel like it needs to be spoken on. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like everything that you have done, Brianna trying to sneak up here somewhere. Everything that you everything that you have done, man, and everything that you said, man, is gems, yo. Gems. You just came in, you just dropped gems, and all you did was tell your story. And you made it look, and I'm telling you, I can't wait to put this and edit this video, because you made it look like so effortless. Like, this is not nothing I'm writing down. Like, this is stuff without.
This is what I do.
Look, look. Oh, his face the whole time, y'all, or people on the SoundCloud. His face the whole time like this. Y'all asking me these dumbass questions. This is my heart.
Yeah.
This is my heart. What's up?
I just came from the gym. No?
Yeah, I just came from the gym.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's a lifestyle.
I don't know if they're gonna let us continue here. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. And
Okay.
Much love. You got my number. Call anytime.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna have you back. I'm telling you, when we start really rolling, we definitely gonna have you back, man. Because I appreciate you. All right.
Definitely. I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, be easy.
All right, man. Dynamic fitness. All right. Physiques.
Yeah.
Dynamic physiques.
Dynamic physique. Hey, yo, this is disrespectful.
I got it. All right.
It's dynamic physiques, fitness, you know, LLC. It's all one, right?
I'm for sure. I'm cutting that part out though, because you disrespectful, Pete. All right,